I want to share something personal with you today. I've been where you are, and I've sat in leadership meetings where turnover was blamed on everything from better opportunities, the market, or people not being the right fit. You may be surprised to hear, and I really hope that you are, that some leaders abide by the MO that if you don't like it here, work someplace else. And you know what? Sometimes that's absolutely the way to go, but rarely. Most of the time, it's complete nonsense. It's basically a form of self-immolation. Your employees aren't quitting your company, they're quitting you. I mean, that's been my story. Most times when I've left a job in the past, it was because of my boss, though there are two exceptions, and I haven't left a lot of jobs over the last 26 years. Now, if this sounds a little bit harsh, good. It should, because pretending this isn't happening is costing you. It's costing you real money, real talent, and real business momentum. Are these not things that, if you don't fully subscribe to them being necessity, you at least can rationalize how they are helpful? They have the effect of a tailwind instead of a headwind. It's kind of like how flying to Europe is faster because of tailwinds and you're excited about getting there, and returning takes longer because of headwinds and you don't want to go home.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Now here's where it gets really interesting, because we can prove it. So let me tell you a secret about this. Employee engagement is a direct reflection of leadership. Why? Because 70% of employee engagement is determined by direct managers. That means your leadership team is either your biggest competitive advantage or your biggest liability. Because disengaged employees cost businesses $8.8 trillion globally per year, and that's not a typo. That's 9% of global GDP going straight down the drain. And the number one reason employees quit? Their direct boss. Not salary, not perks, their boss. To put it bluntly, you. They quit because of you.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now let's talk about money, because at the end of the day, that's what this all comes down to. And I'm a capitalist too, after all. I need you to understand this. Engagement is a financial lever. It's a lever that when you pull it, you juice your revenue. Companies with high employee engagement consistently outperform those with disengaged workforces. Why? Because engaged employees do these four things. First, they take initiative. They don't just clock in and check out. They look for ways to solve problems, improve processes, and drive results without you even asking. Second, they are more productive. Gallup found that engaged teams are 21% more productive than disengaged ones. Productive means they not only do more work, but they do better work because they want to.
Raise your hand if you want to get rich. All right.
Surprising as it may sound, they do this because of the work you do to keep them engaged. That could be millions of dollars in output. Third, they sell more. In sales-driven industries, engaged employees generate 20% more revenue than disengaged peers. Why? Because they actually care, and customers notice this. And fourth, they stay longer. High engagement leads to 43% lower turnover, which means fewer costly departures, less disruption, and lower recruiting expenses. And folks, these are all real things. Now here's where it gets painful. Those disengaged employees sitting quietly at their desks doing nothing, they're actively costing you money.
I don't know, what do you want to do today? I don't know, what do you want to do today?
And here are some examples of how. They call out more often. Less time working equals less output equals less revenue or profit. I know that calling out doesn't mean the same thing in today's hybrid working world. Think of calling out as just choosing not to work. They deliver lower quality work. They don't care enough to deliver 10 out of 10 because there is no benefit to them that when you don't acknowledge that effort. They kill momentum by draining energy from teams around them.
You got lazy.
Disengaged employees at best are silent detractors, and at worst, they actively and vocally express their disdain for you. And that vitriol spreads far and wide, and it spreads fast. And worst of all, they drive your best employees away. I mean, who wants to be around that drama?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
If you want to know what disengagement looks like on your financials, check your revenue per employee. If it's not increasing year over year, engagement, or more accurately, leadership is your problem. You may think this is an HR issue, and you're wrong. This is a business issue with a direct impact on profitability. It's a CEO issue. It's a CFO issue. A life or death business issue. Now, if leadership isn't improving engagement, it's reducing profit, and that is something you cannot afford to ignore. I wish someone had told me this earlier, because once you see the pattern, you start to realize something terrifying. This is entirely fixable, but most leaders don't do anything about it. So let's make sure you don't make the same mistake.